What up, everybody? Now, I know my last video I rambled quite a bit, but hey, no one complained, and I like to ramble. I like to kind of see where the Lucha Lounge takes me. But if you notice, I have a piece of paper, and on this piece of paper are a bunch of questions that I failed to answer in my last video. Didn't really have it in my mind what the questions were, but I wrote them down, so I plan on taking this time to actually answer these questions. Now, some of them were from a couple weeks back or a few weeks back, so I'm going to kind of expand and combine questions and kind of give my overall view of things. So without further ado, let's begin. MB69 rated R. Boo Boo, as I know you. No, I'm not going to call you Master Boo Boo. No, sir. You're not my master. I don't know who might be the master of Boo Boos. I'm not sure, but you're Boo Boo as far as I'm concerned. What happened to my window? Be honest, kind of a harmless story. The window fell off track. We pushed it down to kind of cool off, and it went off track. So luckily for me, I have a mechanic friend named Luke, and the guys at his shop helped me out immensely and got my window fixed, put it back on track, and we're fair with the price. So it was an interesting week. I was without my car for about a week, so it made for an interesting time. But there you have it. Nightmare Stick, I did not create my Wikipedia page. Actually, that honor goes to Orbite11, a YouTube user. At the time when he created it, I was talking about getting my name out and what I could do, and I think that was his thought of trying to get my name out. He also did some interviews with me, and so, but kudos to him for creating my Wikipedia page. I'm glad I have one. Diggity 90. Funny that you ask me if I'll ever go back to PCW, because Thomas Bussey actually wrote on my wall on Facebook that talked about PCW and doing another show and bringing me back. And I know at this time the Busseys are really concerned with XKO and the MMA world, but if they ever chose to do another PCW show, whether it be a reunion show or who knows, you know, going back to a weekly show or monthly show or however, whatever have you, I'm just a phone call away or text away or email away or sending me a message on Facebook or MySpace or commenting on here to get a hold of me. So I'd be interested in going back. Same thing also Asul about IWE. I didn't leave. I was told they were going in a different direction. I'm aware that they continue to do shows, and I know who the guy who's running it now and actually putting the matches together. And again, I'm a phone call away. I definitely would be interested in their pitch, and if the money's right, I'd be willing to come up there. I don't think I'd do anything on the creative end as far as helping put shows together or such, but you know, I'm always willing to offer advice and consult and whatnot. So, Roderick Strong from YouTube. My opinion of Rhett Titus. You know, I've seen a handful of matches, not that many. I really paid attention to him when he was doing the angle with Daisy Hayes probably about a year or so ago. He seems like a solid worker. He's got personality that helps. You know, the Addicted to Love, Rhett Titus. I think, you know, it's a solid little gimmick. You know, he's got a good build. So that's about all I could tell you as far as my opinion goes. Now the next set of questions all dealt with NXT, so I figured, you know, Tristamania, War Princess X, and you, Russell, I'd kind of answer them as I went. Yes, I did see the promo Tristamania, the one after Danielson got eliminated. I gotta say, I really thought the story arc with Danielson or Daniel Bryan was a solid one. His promos were solid when he was able to just kind of talk from the heart, or so what it seemed. I liked the stuff with him and Miz early on. You know, the fact that the pros really gave him a lot of respect as far as his in-ring work. And the stuff with Michael Cole, it actually gave a different, you know, an added dimension to Michael Cole's character, you know, and actually a heel persona, which you rarely ever see from him. And I thought overall the storyline was a pretty solid one. You know, I really don't have much complaints. You know, I think they're going to keep him face War Princess X because I think the fans like him. You know, NXT, it showed he was one of the more over guys, one of the more popular guys. Same thing when he beat Miz on Raw. I think they tied it all well together, and you know, I'm sure he's going to get I'm sure he's going to be on one of those shows moving forward. So we'll see how it goes, but I wish him the best of luck. You, Russell, what's the difference? You know, how can you tell the difference between stuff that's staged and stuff that isn't on NXT? I'll be honest, I think it's all staged. It's all scripted to some degree. They're in their ear. They probably have bullet points for the most part, and they're going to script it out pretty much full on. They may give you a little leeway as far as what your character's going to say, but they pretty much dictate how your character, especially early on, especially in that situation, I think they'll dictate it. So I think it's all scripted. I think some of the competitions might have been legit, but you know, they probably told them, look, this is what I want you to say, or this is how I want you to perform. You know, the competitions, especially like the obstacle course stuff and the keg handling thing, I think overall is probably somewhat legit. But I think the eliminations kind of fell in the order that they were looking for them to fall. I think even Tarver getting eliminated the way he got eliminated, and Daniel getting eliminated the way he got eliminated, it just added a dimension to each character, made them stand out from everybody else. But ultimately, I think it's all staged. Now, moving forward for NXT Season 2, you know, Kaval definitely stands out with being represented, or being his pro being laid cool. I think that's going to be interesting, and definitely will show his personality or show a clash. I think Riley, great mic work. I'm interested to see what he can do in the ring, and the second and third generation guys, I'm interested to see what they do. But I think the NXT concept's a pretty solid concept. It's different. It is something different, and I'm hoping that with the fans getting a chance to vote, and their vote actually having some sort of impact, we'll see what happens. But again, to answer your question, if it's on television, as far as I'm concerned, it is staged. Now, let's see, what else do we have here? Well, you know, A-Stone 09, yes. I was friends with Eva Longoria way back in the day. Now I'm talking like middle school, junior high. We were friends. We had classes together. We were pretty good friends for the 2 or 3 years that we were in middle school, junior high. I had pictures of her and I. Had no idea what she was going to become. She had no idea what I was going to become. High school, we went to separate high schools, but we had friends in common. So yeah, I was good friends with her for a few years, you know, but of course back when we were younger. But wow, I mean, kudos to her success. I was amazed when I heard she was in Desperate Housewives, or that she became an actress, or that she was on the cover of Maxim. I was like, man, I went to junior high with that girl. Wow. So, small world, small world. Let me see. You know, honestly, since this video is not too long, I'm probably going to chop up some of my May 22nd footage when I was at Walnut Springs, depending on how long that is, and I'll include it at the end of this. But Nutty Rock Chick wanted to ask me about my training, workouts, and how I plan promos. Well, to be honest, right now I'm injured, and I pulled my quad back in May 1st, and at the XWO show, I pulled it towards the end of the match. I pulled my groin as well, so it was not a fun time. And then it started to feel better, so I kind of tried to get back into training and try to push myself, and actually did another show on May 15th, and then May 22nd I re-injured it, probably the first minute. I wrestled about 15 to 20 minutes after that, but yeah, at least a good solid 15 minutes, but I injured it within the first minute. Re-pulled it, re-aggravated it, felt a lot worse than before. So I've taken a little bit break from my training, but I plan on going back to it, not full hard like to re-injure myself, but I plan on going back. And really, when I do training or workouts, I try to do body parts at least twice a week. I try to do a main body part. Say I'm going to do chest. Say tomorrow I do chest, and then I'll add maybe triceps or shoulders, and I'll add smaller exercises for those, you know, just more or less to burn them out while I'm doing chest. And then I'll probably hit, you know, chest again on, say, Sunday or the following Monday, but it'll be the secondary, and I'll do more tricep or more shoulder. You know, that'll be the primary. And legs I try to do at least twice a week. For a while there, I was doing like 2 separate upper body workouts of different compound exercises and 2 leg workouts, and then I was throwing in a big cardio day, but I was doing cardio each time. My most recent routine is going to probably involve starting with cardio about 30 to 45 minutes just to get started, to get warmed up, not just to get warmed up, but to do my cardio before I do my weights. It's kind of like how I like to do it that way. I don't have to worry about cardio after the fact. And if I'm fatigued, I can really push myself. So, I'm going to definitely do a lot more stretching, especially before shows. I'm going to do way more stretching in light of my injuries. And plus, you know, I just want to kind of, you know, become a little more flexible overall. So when I start doing my workouts, and probably in a month or so, I'll revisit this. So if people ask me about my workouts, I'll definitely let you know. But cardio's the main thing to do, as well as trying to hit my body parts, different body parts, twice a week, and also doing, you know, so many sets. If it's primary, I'm probably going to do about 10 to 12 sets, you know, different exercises, but about 12 sets. And then for the secondary stuff, about, you know, 6 to 8. So there you go. As far as planning promos, and you'll see when, you know, the promos at the end of this, I don't really necessarily have a plan. I used to like look in the mirror and talk and you know, just really just focused on thinking of situations and such. And nowadays I don't really I don't want to say put a lot of thought into it. I just kind of think along the lines of, what would I just say? You know, how would my character react? But more so, I just kind of try to make it as legitimate as possible so that people kind of, you know, can relate to it. So when you see my promos, I'm not giving a whole lot of thought. I'm just thinking what happened before or after. You'll kind of see it with these because you know, I have my one, which was to introduce myself to the fans. The opening promo was to introduce myself to the fans and call out my opponent and kind of run him down because he was the hometown hero. And then you know, he didn't take kindly to that. And at first I kind of treated him as he was beneath me. But once he showed his physicality, then I cut a promo and I was a little more serious, and I had my guys and to show that I had a crew and such, and just let people know that there's no show without me, and I'm going to show him what I'm about, and so on and so forth. But you know, as far as planning, I don't write it down. I just kind of have it in my mind, given the situation, whatever the situation is. But I just kind of flow. I mean, obviously doing YouTube has helped, but I just let it flow. So you'll see those promos and kind of highlights of what went down. And if anyone has other questions as far as specifics, feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer. Now, Johnny Awesome, how would I book WWE? You know what? That's probably a whole nother video. And to be honest, I kind of like what they're doing so far. I would only touch on a few things, like I would make the belts mean more. You know, Intercontinental, United States, I'd make them mean more. The tag division, obviously, I mean, I could get into it, but it would take a while. So, you know what? If I have nothing else going on my next video, I will definitely talk about what I would do differently with WWE, what I would do the same, and you know, I'll talk a little more in depthly. I'm sorry that I really don't want to answer here, but you know, I'm about the 13-minute mark, and plus with the footage, we're probably going to push close to 20, a little bit over 20, so I'd rather touch on it another time. But you know what, I appreciate everybody talking to me and asking me questions, and feel free to ask. I'm always down to answer, and I'll definitely, probably my next one, we'll talk a little bit about WWE as far as how I would book it if I was head of creative. So Johnny Awesome 24, be on the lookout for that, but everyone else be on the lookout for that. And before I bid you adieu, you know, again, be on the lookout for the stuff after this video, you know, some of the highlights from May 22nd. As always, I appreciate your input. I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate you coming to visit. So, you know, as I always like to end this, stay cool, stay sexy, stay classy. But, you know, I don't have to say that, because you are those. You know, you are cool, you are sexy, you are classy. You know why? Because you're here visiting the Lucha Lounge. I hope to see you again. Later.
See you, Marco.
Yes. Hey, look!
We got go.
Winners! Winners!
Winner, winner, chicken
We're here at, where are we?
I don't know.
Victoria, where are we?
Walnut Springs.
Walnut Springs!
That's why she's in charge. She remembers stuff.
I don't think they even know what YouTube or a computer is. Honestly, you know what, man? I think we should just go out there and kind of introduce ourselves. So, you guys ready? Yeah, let's...
Ready, Victoria?
I mean, dude, we're the reason they came to the show, right?
Yeah, so we should go.
You know what I'm real mad at, though?
What?
They didn't put any of us on the flyer.
What?
American Eagle's on the flyer.
American Eagle?
That's an oversight. I will. You're on the flyer.
She's on the flyer. That's all that matters right now. Look at this. Jesus Christ. Make Beyonce cry at night.
We're just going to take over the town, then we're going to burn it to the ground. One of you will get it.
There's no bars, so we have to do something fun.
Y'all go first.
Can we pillage? Can we pillage?
Go ahead. Here, just like you. See, look at all the people. Hear that crowd? They're lively. They're lively. Wait. Just watch. Just watch. Come here. Hey, it's a mascot. What's up, man?
Those ugly shirts.
Slim sucks. Shut up.
Ugly shirts. Take those ugly shirts off.
Hey, wait. Hey, it's Kool-Aid.
Wait, do it again. Do it again. Do sexy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, there you go.
His name
Thank you.
is Sexy
Thank you.
Steve
Thank you.
Marco. Have you looked in the mirror?
The only sheriff they have in town.
Wait. All right.
That's right.
Unlike my opponent this evening, I actually live up to my name. At this time, why don't we bring out the hometown hero himself? And men. Hey, son! I wasn't talking about you.
Not you.
You're like a big pink horse's piss or something.
Let's go to the center. Guys, just have a seat. Just have a seat, man. Go keep Victoria company. Go keep Victoria company.
This is a real woman.
Not that.
I gotta hand it to you,
I don't know
Slim.
what that is, but it's
You got
busted.
all these people convinced that you're somebody because you came from here, right? This is your hometown here? Wait. It's great to have a gymnasium full of people screaming your name, but
You know, for me, that's...
You ain't got nothing to say, so just sit down and shut up.
Pack arenas, that's what I do. I go to big towns like Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Miami, Florida. I go to Monterrey, Mexico. I'm a superstar. Hell, I know what the internet is, unlike all of you. Really, you shouldn't move sweat. He's right here. He's very sensitive. But here's the thing.
You're gonna be
You
making
can have all these people chant your name, calling you sexy like you're somebody, but it's just false advertisement. But at the end of the day,
He's gonna live on Sunday.
you see, I have a proposition for you. I'll just sit back and watch you wrestle someone else in the main event. You can wrestle anyone else you want. You can actually win the match. I'll let you win. I'll make sure that you look great and these fans go home happy.
Get a haircut!
Get a black man!
Because honestly, if you
Push him out.
the last thing you're going to remember is my
Stay there!
You better look out.
That's what you man!
You go home and you go there. So you want the match? You think he's ready for this title match?
Ain't no city boy gonna live up to country boy! Ain't no place!
You sure? I'm sure. You want to do this for all your people?
I want to do it for all my Hornets!
Shut up! This is the New Orleans Hornets! Yeah, shut up! Y'all not real Hornets! Y'all not real Hornets!
You wanna go?
You're going to need to go up, buddy. You're going to need to
Look up, cameraman. See, Slim, here's the thing about me. No one does what I do. No one makes it as sexy as I make it. No one gives people a reason to demark out. I'm in the ring with legends, with icons. I've beaten the very best. Now you decide to get in my face. Well, let me tell you something. There's no XWO without High Rollers Inc., and there's no show without Steve DeMarco.